Do you remember netbooks? Well, not me. And unless you grew up in the mid-2000s, you probably don't either. If you don't know, netbooks are kind of the Chromebooks of the olden days. They're small, cheap laptops designed for browsing the web. And this one here is an Acer Aspire One 532H2588. That's a catchy name. It belongs to my mom, and was released around 2009, I think. There was very little information online about this thing, and oddly enough, no date sticker on it that I could recognize. But when I was a kid, these things were just starting to die out. Netbooks in the form they were in seemed to die out at the end of the Windows 7 era, although their DNA lives on in other budget laptops, and especially in the aforementioned Chromebook. Although, hot take, Chromebooks are infinitely better than netbooks ever were. Now, a very long time ago, and I mean over 5 years ago, I dug this thing out of whatever closet it came from, and for some reason, upgraded it to Windows 10. It's the 32-bit version, matching our 32-bit CPU. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. I was actually completely wrong about this. The CPU is 64-bit based. I just kind of screwed it up. I swear that it said 32-bit. I assume Windows was installed in 32-bit mode just for performance reasons, but yeah, I don't know. But we'll get to that in a minute. It's a little slow. I should have kept it on its stock Windows 7 starter, but if I'm being totally honest, they were both about the same speed. At the other time, I also tried another OS, Zorin, but it only marginally improved things, and I never actually used it for anything. But hey, why not? It can't be that slow, right? Let's try and boot it up and watch a YouTube video.
And now, stepping into the ring is the Acer Aspire One, packing a single-core, dual-thread Intel N450, clocked at 1.66 GHz, a 160GB hard drive, and a whopping 2 GB of RAM. This laptop is ready for the test today, a feat never before pulled off in computer history. Watching a YouTube video. Tom, how are we feeling today?
Feeling good, Kanito. I will say, this will be a tough match for the Aspire, but I think its performance today will greatly be determined by software. Something a lot of people just take for granted these days. A lot of people just keep it in the background and forget about it. But I think it is crucial, especially under computationally expensive loads such as these. So we are here in the bootloader now. Let's just select Windows, and the countdown begins. Just look at those boot times. Any modern machine would have booted an OS by now, but not the Aspire. And Windows is not doing its part to help.
Luckily, it seems we finally have a lock screen. At least we have signs of life from Windows, but for a moment there we were on the brink of elimination.
And here we go, our correspondent has clicked the mouse to log in, and look at that input delay. I haven't seen a computer this slow since the great GPU shortage of 2020.
I just think there is no hope for Windows 10 on this machine. If Windows is running on this computer, I am running faster than Usain Bolt by comparison, and I was designed to run on a Pentium 233.
And we have a usable desktop, clocking in at 2 minutes and 47 seconds. That was an extremely poor showing for Windows 10, folks, but hopefully we can make up some points in the web browser testing. Okay, this bit's getting old. let me recap everything else that happened. It takes 23 minutes before YouTube loads enough to attempt to play a video, which even at the lowest quality, stutters and lags and is unwatchable. After that incredible waste of my life, I gave up. And I gotta say, working with hardware like this really makes you appreciate using a real computer. Like, you're telling me that this laptop my school issued to me for free will boot instantly, play YouTube at 4K with no sweat, and it can even multitask? Wow! It's almost like a PC that was probably e-waste by the time it had its second birthday isn't a competent computing device in 2025. Well, I'm gonna change that. Screw hardware obsolescence. With the power of Linux, I'm gonna make this netbook usable today. What could go wrong? But first, we need to install an SSD. Why? Because the 160 gig spinning chunk of rust inside this thing right now makes me want to pull my hair out. But before we can do that, we need to format this drive. It was originally in my file server and has a completely broken copy of Windows on it, and I think I backed everything up, but I'm paranoid, so I'm gonna double check. I tried taking a backup on my main PC by sacrificing my optical drive, and then I realized I was out of disk space, so I had to tear apart my file server to make a backup on that. But after that fun little side quest, finally the drive was formatted and ready to install. SSD. Okay, so we gotta put this guy into this guy. Now this should be pretty easy. All we gotta do is just close her up, remove a few screws, pry her open, pull that out, and put in our SSD. Ooh, that didn't sound good. Did I do it wrong? It looks fine. The SSD is quite a bit thinner than the hard drive, and I kind of just shoved it in there without raising it up, so the connector did not fit. I have this random piece of foam on my desk. It seems like the perfect thing to just slide under there. Actually, that's way too thick. That is going to break it. Here I have better foam. Just put that guy in there. Ah, look at that. That's mint. Alright, here we go. That did not work. Go in. You stupid. Am I putting it in wrong? No, I'm not. Power on. Now we're gonna mash F12. USB. Ooh! Okay, there we go. Should we go low RAM? I don't know. Doesn't seem like we have a lot of RAM. We'll just go regular version. This baby can handle it. Alright, it's thinking. I have never used this distro before, so this is going to be interesting. Wait, are we already at the desktop? Oh, we are! Mouse is a little laggy. Oh! What does it even do? Oh, scrolling even works. That was actually an issue in Windows, I think. Aha! Web browser. That seems like exactly the kind of thing that we want. Oh boy, our RAM usage is climbing up there. That's pretty cool. It just has like a built-in performance monitor here. That's actually a pretty nice feature. You can see just how toasty our CPU is getting here. Oh, that was pretty fast. No new tab. Oh, invisible new tab. Aha, YouTube. Oh, wait, right. We have to connect to internet still. Okay, DSL FAQ. That actually seems like something that would be... Yes! User demo equals demo. Okay. Installer. Demo. I guess I really did have to read the manual. We're just gonna... Oh! Oh! That actually worked really well. Ethernet. Ethernet. Alright. And we're in. Oh! Well, this looks like a much, better UI. Alright, well, let me enter in my Wi-Fi without, doxing myself. I guess now, we can do the YouTube test. Just go to Firefox here. Alright, she's thinking. Oh? Okay, already at the browser. This is a good start. Oh.
Will you be Nigeria?
Actually, no. This is extremely promising. Except I still don't see the new tab button. I guess we'll just Control T. Anyways, YouTube. Okay. Well, we already are loading the website, which is better than on Windows. Okay, well, she's taking her sweet time a bit. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, come on. Oh my goodness. We have the UI. It's loading in. Wait for it. Oh, come on. We're so close. Oh. This is where the Windows partition got hung up. Come on, you're better than this. Oh, dark mode? It's so funny, whenever the screen goes dark, you can see my reflection. And just like my phone is sitting there. But hey, look at that. It hasn't quite loaded the icons yet. And just as a quick recap, that means that DSL so far is the fastest. Which isn't that high of a bar, but we made it there. Quite a bit of delay on those keystrokes. And now, there's the video. It's thinking about it. Does make me wonder if we have sound. I'm assuming probably not, but you never know. She is not happy. 480p. Well, it defaulted slightly higher than Windows did, I think. But maybe let's go with the lowest setting. Oh my gosh. Oh, this isn't YouTube, this is PowerPoint. I mean, hey, it's working. That's more than you can say than, the, Windows partition. It wasn't until I had to use those tiny arrow keys that I realized how much of a war crime they are. Anyways, I'm trying to load classic.minecraft.net. It might be a little bit too much, considering we were struggling with YouTube. But it's a game, right? Why not? Is that what count? Like, no, maybe it will work. I mean, I guess it's about how long it takes on here, right? I mean, I think Oh my goodness, the scaling is not correct for that. Why are the trees red? Huh? It's really hard to play with the tripod in the way. But it is running Minecraft. The trees are very red. I have no words. I don't know what's going on here. The mouse movement's a little slow, and that's a little annoying. Maybe if we change some settings. Render distance far. No, no, no. Short render distance. That is not running any better. This almost feels worse. What if we go tiny render distance? Oh, let's show FPS too. I can already see 7 FPS. Oh, I can't see anything. It's like a blizzard. Can we break a block? Why are the particles red too? 1, 2, 3. That's probably big enough. Go 1 here. It's almost like you're on ice. There's so much input lag that, like, when you stop, you, like, glide around for a little bit afterwards. Hey, don't knock it. It's only for one night. Anyways, we made a house. You know, I want to see how high of an FPS we can get. What happens if we just dig into the ground? 9 FPS? 10 FPS? 11? Oh, it's moving up. Oh, okay. 11? Okay, come on. We can do better than that. Okay, maybe not. 11 FPS in Minecraft Classic. Next up, we have the aptly named TinyCore Linux. So called because it's 17 megabytes in its smallest version. That is roughly the same size as a 5-second video clip on your phone. I decided to go with the larger Core Plus image though, because it has Wi-Fi support. And also a side note, a lot of you might be thinking right now, Carter, what about Puppy Linux? Puppy Linux is exactly the kind of use case that we are looking for. And it just didn't work. I don't know what to tell you guys. I couldn't get it to work. I also tried to install another one called SlideHaz, and that didn't work either, so, yeah, sorry about that. Whoa! We got a lot of options. Okay, so we can go with Joe's Window Manager, Ice Window Manager, Fluxbox. I think that's the one that, DSL used. Hackedbox, OpenBox, FLWN Classic, only XGUI. Whatever, we'll just boot it because it's the default. Oh, we got a little penguin! And holy crap, are we already booted? Oh my goodness. Suck it, SlideHaz. Get out of here, Puppy Linux. We got another winner. Control panel? Because I gotta say, our resolution's a little bit screwed up right here. None of these look like what I'm looking for. Whatever, let's connect to the network. Okay, so TinyCore was relatively uneventful. I still had to do my customary 20-some minutes of troubleshooting to get it to work, but then I was connected to Wi-Fi, Firefox was installed, and, well, I'll just let you see how this one goes. Oh, Firefox! Look at... This is so cursed. It's so squished, too. Oh, that's true. I never really fixed our resolution, did I? It's time for some Firefox. Oh my goodness. Look at how squished it is. That wasn't that bad, though. And it's not all weird and glitched out like DSL was. Oh, and YouTube's right here. It's like it knew. Oh my gosh, that is loading. Am I tripping or is that loading faster? Oh, no, wait. Okay, it's thinking about it now. Oh, I got too excited, man. It almost... Wait a minute. Oh! Nope. It's still loading. Oh, man. That is the most cursed YouTube UI I've ever seen. I think this is like maybe marginally better than DSL. Or how about a casual 2 times faster than DSL? Past Carter was not very good at counting. We do seem to be loaded in, so let's search for the channel, why don't we? We got the ultra-wide subscribe button again. Oh, what? Oh, are you kidding? Your browser can't play this video. Why not? Your browser's up to date. I'm getting very mixed messages here, YouTube. Why can't you play this? Why is it not possible? Come on. Please. No. Yup. Firefox didn't even attempt to play the video. I guess when your operating system is 17 megabytes in size, you don't really have space for audio or video codecs. I tried so many things to get this working. I tried installing new drivers for the integrated GPU, I tried installing just about every multimedia package under the sun, I tried screwing around with flags in Firefox, endless forum posts and Reddit threads, and all of it amounted to nothing. I found a fix for the resolution. It's this 915 resolution thing. You have to run it every time you boot the OS and type a few commands. It's kind of weird, but whatever. But it doesn't matter if it displays in full resolution if it doesn't work. Not even Minecraft worked like last time. Although, now that I think about it, that's not really a surprise. Classic.minecraft.net needs a relatively recent version of both WebGL and WebRTC, which usually isn't supported on these older systems without a discrete GPU. You'll see this at play later in the video, but I won't spoil anything. I'm just saying, how in the name of the great Linus Torvalds himself did DSL get it working first try? Like, what the heck? Maybe it's because it uses an extended support release of Firefox, but that's an entirely different rabbit hole, and this video has already taken like 2 months, so let's get on with it already. Anyways, TinyCore disqualified. Finally, we were down to the last option, Arch Linux. Now, I really wanted to get this working, mostly for the meme. However, this was my first ever attempt at installing Arch Linux. Armed with zero knowledge and only a few free hours on a school night, I was like, surely this will go fine. And well, it did. I found a guide on GitHub that told you like everything you need to do. Too bad I only got a quarter of the way in like 3 hours. See, this was close to the end of the school year. If I didn't sleep, I would be royally cooked for finals. If you're unfamiliar, the Arch Linux installer is actually just Arch on a live USB. It doesn't install anything. You are the installer. You have to manually install packages, partition the drive, dig through config files, everything. So I went to bed and came at it the next day and realized that there's a command called arch install that largely automates the entire process. Look, I'm not going to waste your time. This did install Arch, but the desktop environment I selected during the installation was just completely broken. And I could not figure out for the life of me how to get it working. Anyways, Arch Linux, you've made an enemy for life. Okay, I don't actually hate Arch. I love open source software, and I love that we have so many options for what operating system we can run on our computers. But for my use case, Arch is just annoying. I don't want to struggle with tedium. That's the whole reason I own a computer. I'm just a nerd who makes videos on the internet in his free time. I just want to get to the desktop, open YouTube, and call it a day. Sorry, Arch fans, I just couldn't make this one happen. And after all of that, I should have been satisfied, right? I mean, this whole experiment was meant to see if Linux could save this old dying netbook, and if these operating systems would even run at all. That was the goal, right? I guess an Intel Atom is always an Intel Atom, no matter how you spin it. This computer just isn't useful in the modern age. But no, I wasn't satisfied. I knew that there was still potential in this old laptop, that I couldn't be content with our results thus far. And that's where my choice in operating system took a, let's say, unconventional turn. Have you ever heard of Raspberry Pi OS? Now, you might be thinking, Carter, isn't Raspberry Pi OS meant for, well, Raspberry Pis? And what you are probably also thinking is, aren't Raspberry Pis ARM-based? Meaning that Raspberry Pi OS will decidedly not work with the x86 Intel Atom? Well, dear viewer, what you might not know is that Raspberry Pi hosts an x86 build of Raspberry Pi OS for older PCs. I meant for it to be the last OS I installed for a few reasons. A, it is decidedly wacky, and B, I really have no idea how it'll perform. Of course I know Raspberry Pis are fairly weak hardware, but especially the more recent models can be surprisingly powerful. But I didn't end up installing Raspberry Pi OS last, because I ended up installing Arch after it. That's also why I was so much less motivated about the Arch install, for a reason you'll see in just a few seconds. One final Rufus later. Alright, let's get down to business. Oh, there it is. One thing I didn't know is that Raspberry Pi OS kinda just uses the Debian installer. I mean, it's Debian based, so I guess that makes sense. Alright. We got a desktop. And we got a next button for us to click. Okay, why is everything British? No, no, no. Go. Username, Ethernet. Password, Ethernet. Oh my gosh, I spelled it wrong. Like I said, security is a very high priority here on the Carter over Ethernet channel. This was honestly not as bad as I was expecting. You know, I just assumed like, hey, it's just the regular operating system. It'll probably be a bit slower than like frickin' TinyCore, but this ain't half bad. It's definitely slower, but who knows? Maybe it'll actually work. Okay, we got a desktop. There we go. Oh, that looks familiar. And our battery's low. I didn't even realize that. Let me plug that in. The camera still looks atrocious. Can we change that? That kind of worked. Oh, also I got the camera fixed. For some reason, it just wasn't focusing last time. And I'm just gonna say, this already looks a lot better. It doesn't have the 720p Logitech vibes anymore, so that's a good thing. Isn't that just beautiful? Now we should be all updated. So I think we just go directly to our web browser. Oh. Whoa! Look at that! It already loaded. YouTube.com. Go! Okay. She's struggling. Why is my camera like... Okay, I actually swear with this frickin' thing. Actually garbage. But why? I turned off auto exposure. It shouldn't be doing this. Okay. What is up with you? Okay. Camera's fixed, and she is still trying to load YouTube. It's not that fast. We may want to install maybe a lighter browser. I don't know. Chrome is pretty light. Or, excuse me, Chromium. It's the D Google's version, for those of you who don't know. Yeah, this is still kind of taking its sweet time with it. Oh, what, you're done? I don't believe you, sir. Oh! Nope, it just needed time to think, I guess. No images, I guess? Oh, we got the icons. We got the images. You know what? Screw it. Let's just go to the channel already. Okay, we're about 40-some seconds slower than DSL. No biggie, I guess. Oh, you can definitely feel her chugging. There we are. Enter. Alright, here we go. Oh boy. She's thinking. Oh! Wait a minute, that was downright speedy. What the heck? That has no right to be that fast. Yeah! Look at that. That is perfectly not terrible. Like, that would piss me off if this was a daily driver. But for this thing, it's an Intel Atom. Oh my goodness. It's already playing the video. I can hear it. On the speakers, wait. Can you guys hear that? It's playing it. Hold on, I'll get it closer to the mic. A little bit of an exaggeration, but many a gamer has proclaimed it to be the best game ever. Oh my goodness, it's working! That's insane! Raspberry Pi OS, it's... who knew? Okay, shut up, me. I said shut up. I said... Thank you. That worked great! And like, look at the quality isn't even that bad too. It's not like playing a video in Minecraft like with DSL. Look at that. That is perfectly usable right there. Well, we passed the YouTube test with flying colors. However, it is now time for Minecraft Classic. Oh! Well, I guess that's the one benefit of DSL. Well, there it is. Technically, Raspberry Pi OS did take longer to load, but it was by far the most usable experience once you actually got into YouTube. Unfortunately, Minecraft didn't work, but I have something else for your gaming fix. So, I was completely not expecting this, but We kind of just downloaded and installed Steam. I didn't even have to do anything funky with the packages or anything to get it installed. I just installed it just like you would on any normal Linux desktop, which is insane to me. The only thing I have done is get to the login screen, so I have no idea how this is gonna go. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is insane. Okay, wait a sec, I gotta sign in. We have signed in. I guess we kind of just wait for her to load. Oh boy, it's chugging. Oh my gosh. Oh no, Steam, don't do the ads, please. We don't have the RAM for this. Oh my gosh. It is actually loading. Okay, we gotta go get rid of this friends list window though. Can I close you from here? This sort of. Oh, close window. Yes! That's exactly what we need. Okay. Library. Pretty please. Oh, come on. We're so close. You know how painful running Windows on this was. It was a tormented experience, and here we are just running Steam, like it's nothing. Okay, not quite like it's nothing. This is still chugging pretty bad, but it's running at a reasonable speed. Oh my goodness. That's some smooth scrolling right there, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, feel like this is probably going to be the performance cap on this thing. I'm not expecting to run anything more intensive than this. But maybe, just maybe, we have to do it for the memes. We are actually downloading Half-Life. That is insane. Well, that was fast. Yeah, so it turns out that, like, I barely did anything. This is already installed. I'm impressed. I guess we just click play. I didn't expect this thing to be able to run games at all. Like, this thing struggled with a freaking YouTube video. And we're about to play Half-Life. Apparently, we're still reserving space, though. I think we still need Steam Play to be installed. There's no way. There is simply no way! Oh my gosh. I got freaking jump scared by a Half-Life sound while this was loading. Gonna make a new game. Gonna click the play Half-Life button. Oh my gosh.
This automated train is provided for the security and convenience of the Black Mesa Research Facility personnel.
We got a weird gray thing in the corner. Just this gray triangle. It's working. It's actually working. I didn't even need to change any settings. I literally clicked on it and it loaded the game. And we're playing Half-Life on a netbook. Oh my gosh. Okay, oh, we can walk around, that's right. I forgot this is a video game. Hey, that's pretty stinking good. We don't have a frame rate counter, but oh my gosh, this trackpad's slow. But like, this is smooth. Look at that. This is probably at least like 30 FPS. This is playable-ish. I mean, it's chugging a little bit even with Half-Life, but still, we gotta get to a gameplay area. Gabe Newell? Oh, he's gone. We made it to the lab, boys. I am, however, going to plug in a mouse now that this suddenly turned into a Half-Life playthrough, because that trackpad is kind of a war crime. Oh, perfect! This is the setup! We're playing Half-Life. Wait, was I supposed to do something? I forgot how this game works. Oh, the door's right there. You know what? It's running great! Look at this! Like, am I having fun? On the Acer Aspire Netbook? We found the true purpose of the Acer Aspire Netbook. It's to be a Half-Life box. We gotta get the microwave percent speed run. I believe that the cafeteria is right here. And we can nuke the microwave. Just like the great Gaben intended.
My God, what are you doing?
Okay, that's it. It's officially a Half-Life box. Now, after that resounding success, I obviously tried to install Portal, but it just didn't launch with this error message. This is so blurry, I cannot read this at all. I can't even put any text on the screen. But I think our integrated GPU is simply just too old for the capabilities that Portal needs. Wait, hold on a minute. Because I just had a genius idea. Oh. Oh? Can you hear that? There's no way. There's simply no way. Let's go. And there it is. It's SteamOS on the Acer Aspire Netbook. Your move, Bringus Studios.
Do I look like everybody's mom in 2010 to you?
I kind of fell off, not gonna lie. I'm not sure how this happened.